Ever wondered how those well-to-do folks seem to have a knack for turning debt into dollars? Yep, we are talking about using borrowed money to make more of it. A strategy that might sound a bit unconventional, but trust me, it's got some method to the madness. So, grab your financial thinking and let's get to the 5 ways the rich play the debt game to build wealth. Leveraging other people's money. OPM. Let's start with the classic move of the rich and famous. Using other people's money to make their own. Imagine you are at a potluck dinner and you bring just one dish. Now, think about the awesomeness of going to a potluck where everyone brings a dish and you get to sample them all. Well, that's how leveraging OPM works. You get to taste the rewards of multiple dishes without having to cook them all yourself. So, how does this work in the financial realm? Let's say you are eyeing a snazzy rental property that costs a fortune cookie and a half. Instead of draining your entire bank account, you sweet talk the bank into lending you most of the money using the property as collateral. You're a proud owner without parting with all your hard-earned cash. But wait, there's more. The property starts generating rental income, and you use that money to pay off the bank while still having some leftover dough for yourself. It's like throwing a party and making money from the partygoers. Remember the dot-com boom of the late 90s? Tech-savvy folks were like kids in a candy store, investing in companies left and right. But not all had the cash to sprinkle around like fairy dust. So, they borrowed money from banks or investors, betting on the idea that the companies would skyrocket in value. And some of them hit the jackpot. It's like borrowing your friend's bike, winning a race, and returning the bike with a big grin and a gold medal. But let's be real, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. Just like when your cousin borrowed your favorite hoodie and returned it with a stain you can't identify, using OPM can come with risks. If your investments don't pan out as expected, you'll still have to repay the borrowed money. It's like ordering a mystery dish at a fancy restaurant and realizing you're not a fan. You're still on the hook for the bill. The thing to understand here is that the rich know how to make their money work for them without sacrificing everything they have. So, next time you hear about someone using OPM, imagine them as the financial wizards who brought the party snacks and left with the biggest slice of cake, creating multiple streams of income. All right, money-savvy comrades, let's talk about that magic trick the rich pull off. Juggling multiple income streams. It's like they have a financial circus, with different acts bringing in cash from all corners. Remember that time you had a lemonade stand, a paper route, and a side gig as the neighborhood dog walker? The rich are doing the same thing, just with fancier titles and bigger numbers. Let me give you an example of this. You are the proud owner of a cozy little bakery. Business is booming. Your cupcakes are the talk of the town, and your cash register is singing happy tunes. But hold on. What if you also dabbled in catering desserts for parties or maybe even wrote a recipe book featuring your secret cupcake wizardry? Voila! You have added some shiny new income streams to your bakery bonanza. Oh, and here's where Robert Kiyosaki winks from the shadows. He's the guru of turning every income trickle into a river of riches. He's like that coach who tells you to play multiple positions on the soccer field. Striker, midfielder, defender, because who knows where the opportunities will come from. Think about it. The rich don't rely on a single paycheck or a solitary investment to keep the cash flowing. They are more like DJs spinning a variety of tracks at a party. One track might be real estate rentals, another could be dividend-paying stocks, and yet another might be a little e-commerce venture they have on the side. Of course, this isn't to say that creating multiple income streams is a walk in the park. Just like learning to ride a bike, it takes practice and balance. There might be some trial and error involved, like that time you tried making sushi at home and ended up with a rice avalanche. You learned and improved, right? To be clear, the rich are the multitaskers of the finance world. They have their fingers in different pies and their toes in various ponds. So, next time you ponder a side hustle or think about diversifying your income, remember that you are in the company of financial ninjas who know how to create a symphony of cash registers ringing. Real estate investments. So now, let's chat about a favorite playground of the rich. Real estate investments. Think of it as the ultimate adult version of Monopoly. You are not just buying properties for fun, you are turning them into money-making machines. Remember when you bought a prime piece of property in the Monopoly game and built a hotel on it? The rich are doing a grown-up version of that, just without the tiny plastic houses. Real estate isn't just about having a fancy address. It's about having a slice of the financial pie that appreciates over time. Do you know how your grandma's vintage doll collection has gone from a quirky obsession to a gold mine? Real estate can do that too. Imagine buying a house in an up-and-coming neighborhood and watching its value soar over the years. It's like investing in a classic car that just keeps getting cooler with age. Here's where a little history lesson comes in handy. Remember the Great Recession of 2008? Yeah, that wasn't exactly a barrel of laughs. But guess what? While stocks were going roller coaster crazy, real estate investments were quietly chilling. Fast forward a few years, and those with real estate in their portfolios were the ones with the last laugh. It's like having a secret weapon that keeps you cool even when the financial storm hits. And here's a nod to the legendary Donald Trump. Before he was president of the United States, he was a real estate mogul. Love him or not, he's a prime example of how someone can turn bricks and mortar into mountains of moolah. It's like he played the real-life version of The Sims, and instead of building virtual mansions, he built an empire of skyscrapers and hotels. Oh, and don't forget the rental game. Ever heard of Airbnb? It's like a modern-day treasure chest for real estate owners. So, real estate investments are like planting money seeds that grow into big, leafy trees of wealth. The rich know that it's not just about having a place to crash. It's about having an asset that works as hard as you do. Business ventures and entrepreneurship. Let's get to the side of business ventures and entrepreneurship, where the rich play the game of build it and the profits will come. It's like that time you turned your lemonade stand into a full-blown summer refreshment empire with bigger stakes and fewer sticky fingers. So, what's the deal with business ventures? Think of them as those daring adventures where you are the captain of your own ship, steering through the stormy seas of the market. The rich understand that starting or scaling a business isn't just a venture. It's like embarking on a quest to find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Remember how Apple started in Steve Jobs' garage? That's right, the tech giant was once a tiny seed that grew into a mighty tree. Entrepreneurs who know how to nurture and grow their businesses are a bit like expert gardeners. They plant the seeds, water them with hard work and dedication, and watch their business gardens bloom with profits. And here's where our entrepreneur superhero Elon Musk makes an entrance. He didn't just stop at PayPal. He ventured into electric cars with Tesla, rocked the space industry with SpaceX, and even flirted with the idea of high-speed travel with the Hyperloop. It's like he's playing a game of let's change the world. And spoiler alert, he's winning. But let's talk about another secret weapon of the rich, partnerships and collaborations. Ever heard of that moment when chocolate met peanut butter and created Reese's peanut butter cups? Well, the business world is full of these sweet partnerships. The rich know how to team up with others to create something bigger and better than they could alone. Oh, and speaking of partnerships, remember the iconic team-up of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? These two guys started with a simple ice cream parlor and turned it into a global phenomenon. It's like they mixed a scoop of creativity with a dash of social responsibility and topped it off with chunks of entrepreneurial brilliance. Business ventures and entrepreneurship are like playing a game of chess. You strategize, make bold moves, and aim for checkmate. The rich aren't just running businesses, they write the rulebook and rewrite the chapters. Tax advantages of debt. Moving to the next point might not sound glamorous, but trust me, it's a favorite among the rich. The tax advantages of debt. It's like finding that secret shortcut on the financial highway that lets you cruise past toll booths while everyone waits in line. So, how does this tax magic work? Here is an example to share. You have a friend who's always sharing their umbrella with you whenever it rains. Debt can be like that umbrella. It shields a portion of your income from the tax storm. When you pay interest on debt, the government often lets you deduct that interest from your taxable income. It's like a small victory in the battle against Uncle Sam. Of course, like any good superhero story, there's a catch. Just like Batman needs his trusty utility belt, you need to understand the rules of the tax game and work with financial professionals who can guide you through the maze. Because, let's face it, no one wants to end up in the villain's lair of audits and penalties. Remember that time you found a stray dollar bill in your jeans pocket? The tax advantages of debt can feel a bit like that surprise cash windfall. When you pay less in taxes, you have more money to reinvest, save, or even splurge a little. It's like getting a life discount, and who doesn't love a good deal? In the end, the tax advantages of debt are like having a secret handshake with the tax man. You know the code, and you are getting a nod of approval. The rich get it. They are not just crunching numbers, but finding smart ways to make the tax code work in their favor. So, next time you deduct mortgage interest or business loan payments, give yourself a pat on the back for playing the financial game with a few extra aces up your sleeve. And there you have it. The rich sure know how to turn debt into a treasure trove of wealth-building opportunities. If these insights got your financial gears turning and brought a smile to your face, don't keep it to yourself. Spread the love by giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it with your fellows. And hey, If you want more financial wisdom delivered to your screen, hit that follow button and join my channel. Stay savvy, and see you in the next one.